First, the top news headlines. Home Minister Amit Shah during Northeastern Council plenary session reaffirms commitment to eradicate drug abuse and accelerate Northeast development. Opposition ready to educate the government on constitutional provisions, says Okrimi Bobi as he calls for immediate winter session of Manipur Assembly before year end. Delay in DEC elections leads to 500 crore rupees fund meant for Hills development freeze. MPCC Chief Megha Chandra calls it violation of constitutional rights. And Sora Tera Hobi school allegedly found operating without teachers. AMSO urges action to ensure staffing for upcoming academic session. A very good evening. You are watching IS Primetime English News. This is Suraj Khongbantavam giving you the news. Now the news in detail. Union Home Minister Amit Shah reaffirmed the government's commitment to eradicating drug abuse, highlighting the significant role of the Northeast in this effort. He expressed the government's determination to eliminate the drug menace nationwide, emphasizing that the region would be pivotal in this mission. Speaking at the 72nd Northeastern Council NEC plenary session in Agartala today, Amit Shah was joined by Union Minister for Donor Jyotiraditya Scindia, Union MOS for Donor Sukanta Mazumdar, and the governors and chief ministers of the 8 northeastern states, including Chief Minister Biren Singh. In his address, the Union Home Minister highlighted the achievements in improving security in the Northeast, noting a 31% decrease in violent incidents and an 86% reduction in civilian deaths over the past decade. He also pointed out that more than 10,574 militants had surrendered and that several key peace agreements had been signed. Amit Shah emphasized the need for a shift from combating extremism to empowering citizens with their constitutional rights, particularly in safeguarding property, honor and family as outlined in the new criminal laws. He called for enhanced police training and a more effective implementation of reforms across the region. Further, he stressed the government's focus on the accelerated development of the Northeast, noting that protecting the region's unique identity and culture had always been a priority. He highlighted the promotion of organic products from the region on a global scale and the establishment of an industrial ecosystem to attract investors. The Union Home Minister concluded by affirming that the government was moving forward with a multi-dimensional approach to foster growth and progress in the Northeast.
भारत सरकार का शिक्षा विभाग नॉर्थ ईस्ट की यूनिवर्सिटियों के साथ बैठकर इसी प्रकार के शिक्षा से लैस, ज्ञान से लैस युवा तैयार हो, इसके लिए भी कोर्स की निर्मिति कर रहा है, जिससे जो जॉब जनरेट होंगे, इसका सबसे बड़ा फायदा हमारे नॉर्थ ईस्ट के 8 राज्यों को मिले और नॉर्थ ईस्ट को पूरे भारत के लिए नारकोटिक्स के रास्ते का जो कलंक लगा है, वो कलंक को हमें मिटाना चाहिए। नशा आने वाली पीढ़ियों को खोखला करता है और हमने पूर्णतया से भारत को नशा मुक्त बनाने का काम करना है और ये मिशन उसमें नॉर्थ ईस्ट बहुत बड़ा योगदान कर सकता है। तीनों नई संहिताएं जो आई हैं, आपराधिक न्याय प्रणाली में 3 नए कानून आए हैं, इसके इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के लिए फरवरी माह में
Mizoram Governor Dr. Hari Babu Kambhampati, a member of the NEC, while addressing the 72nd plenary meeting, noted that 118 villages in Mizoram still remain unconnected by all weather routes and pointed out that projects under the PMGSY are limited in these villages due to less habitations, highlighting the need for further support. Regarding the national mission on edible oils, oil palm, which has been underway in Mizoram since 2021, he mentioned challenges such as non-availability of sufficient seedlings and poor agriculture farm road as the main hindrance for its expansion. He stressed the need to devise a strong market structure and proposed the establishment of a dedicated organic certification agency for the region to enhance prospects in organic farming. He highlighted the ongoing efforts of the donor ministry in establishing 24 growth centers and 20 border centers as part of the vision to create a Northeast economic corridor. In this matter, he requested the ministry to look into the feasibility of integrating cross-border markets to attract more investment partners from neighboring countries. Ahead of Union Home Minister Amit Shah's visit to Tripura, the Tripura Congress held a protest in Agartala the previous day over his remarks about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in Parliament and burnt his effigy. The protest was part of a series of agitations organized by the Congress against Saha's comments in the Rajya Sabha during the winter session of Parliament that was adjourned sine die yesterday, with the party accusing him of insulting the architect of the Constitution. The opposition, cutting across party lines, also demanded Amit Shah's removal from the cabinet. The protest led to Tripura Congress Chief Ashish Kumar featured participants carrying placards and posters of Ambedkar while holding a rally in Agartala and raising slogans against Amit Shah. Ashish Kumar stated that Congress was protesting against the BJP's unconstitutional agenda both inside and outside Parliament. He also accused the BJP of attempting to replace the constitution with the Manusmriti. He demanded that Amit Shah resign and issue a public apology to the people of the country for his shameful statement. Expressing concern over the lack of preparedness to hold the winter session of the Manipur Legislative Assembly as the current calendar year comes to an end, CLP leader Okram Ibobi called on the state government to summon the session before the year's end to ensure that government institutions continue functioning. Further stating that there are several provisions to summon the assembly in a short notice, which are well known to the government, Ibobi added that the opposition is ready to educate the government if by chance they are unaware of them. Speaking at a press conference held at the Congress Bhavan in Imphal, alongside MPCC President K. Meghachandra and other leaders, Okram Ibobi pointed out that there should be 3 sessions of the Assembly in a calendar year: budget, autumn and winter. However, despite the end of the calendar year approaching, no initiatives have been seen to hold the winter session. He explained that failure to hold the winter session would be a violation of the provisions of the Indian Constitution. Expressing doubt about whether there is a democratically elected government or if the state is succumbing to dictatorship, the CLP leader emphasized that there is still time to summon the winter session on short notice.
Honorable Speaker, ama pisan kre copy ma memorandum do aduga Chief Minister da akhoi ngrang copy ama pisan kre aduna masi Manipur da hujik lairiba government che Bharat ki constitution piriba madugi provision mayam chi loina violate tawre akhoi democratically elected government che lairibra laitrabra masi democratically elected later gadi dictator gi shasan tawdra tum chathadra lairabra haibase akhoi opposition gi side tagi question tawjari adu Manipur praja singna su masi soina ki haidokwa manaru tanna ni khangde amane khangde akhang ai jing laiba mayam punamakti masi loina khangangani aduna masi Manipur gi praja singdi hayeng sungsoi soidana akhoi the question torkani haibagi wanate ko no opposition the labor tarsu masing yamachu yamdrasu
Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC President K. Meghachandra criticized the delay in the Autonomous District Council elections, which have been pending for over 4 years, describing it as a violation of constitutional rights. He pointed out that due to the delay, the 15th Finance Commission has yet to disburse approximately 500 crore rupees meant for the development of the hills. During an interaction with the District Congress Committee of Chandil at Limkhu Inn in Chandil District, Meghachandra questioned the rationale behind launching initiatives like Go to Hills and Go to Village when there were no funds available. He emphasized that while these terms may sound appealing, the necessary funding has been delayed because the elections have not been held, which he considered a violation of constitutional rights. He also questioned the whereabouts of the funds intended for the people of the hills. Regarding the ongoing unrest in Manipur, Meghachandra stated that peace in this state could only be restored through understanding, not by force. He expressed that the current level of violence in the state was unprecedented, noting that while similar situations had occurred in the past, the ongoing 19 months of violence were unlike anything he had witnessed before. He added that it was the government's responsibility to restore peace, but it should be done through dialogue and understanding, not through force.
Go to hill, go to village. Adumaina di Lairaga, Hazatra Wahidi, sing the Sassi, Kungrang the Sassi, but where is gone our Equigi Pandi crisis? Equigi 15 Finance Commission, Pazagidam, the Sandian Pazagidam, the people Pishadudi, Kariki Pipite. Why? The fund is pending for the last 4 years. Sahimari Equigi Pishapam Topa, Equigi drain Semdanaba, Equigi benefit Yum Sananaba, Equigi Lake Semdanaba, Equigi toilet Semdanaba, Equigi Lady agriculture ki thabo inghang paikhat nanaba EDC ki through the people paisa mayam to the why they are not giving, they are not releasing the fund for the last 4 years.
In a crackdown against illicit and unlawful activities, the security forces have arrested 2 individuals identified as Jangnu Hokib, aged 33 years, and Lilin Hokib, aged 42 years, from Lamzang village in Churchandpur district. From their possession, 1 9mm carbine machine gun, 1 A1 with a magazine, 1 pistol with a magazine, 123 live rounds of ammunition, 1 4-wheeler and 2 mobile handsheds were recovered. The arrested individuals are currently under investigation. In another operation, the Manipur police arrested an active cadre of the proscribed Kangli Communist Party People's War Group identified as Tularanjan Ingudam Meitei, aged 29 years, from North AOC near Jomi Villa Gate, Imphal West. He was involved in extortion activities targeting the general public and businesses, including shops, according to police report. From his possession, the police recovered 1 9mm pistol with a magazine, 1 mobile handset and an unregistered 2-wheeler. The arrested individual is currently under interrogation in connection with his criminal activities. Additionally, security forces conducted search operations and area domination in the fringe and vulnerable areas of the hill and valley districts. During these operations, several items were recovered. From Maukot village in Churchandpur district, the following were seized: 1 .303 rifle with an empty magazine and 1 country-made 9mm pistol with an empty magazine. In a separate operation at Wakan Hill Range in Imphal East district, security forces recovered 1 single-barrel gun, 1 9mm pistol with a magazine, 1 .32 pistol with a magazine, 2 9mm rounds of ammunition, 4 pumpies along with 1 trigger and 1 camouflage T-shirt. These recoveries are part of ongoing efforts to maintain security in the region. Meanwhile, Manipur Home Commissioner Ashok Kumar today made a special visit to Thabal district and reviewed the prevailing law, order and security situation of the district. During his visit, he held a meeting at the Deputy Commissioner's Conference Hall with district officials, including Deputy Commissioner Ahanthem Subhash and Superintendent of Police Rakesh Balwan, to assess the current status of law enforcement and security. The Commissioner emphasized the importance of strengthening law and order in the district, highlighting the role of the Central Security Forces and State Police in ensuring peace. He also noted that Maintaining a strong presence of forces like Assam Rifles, BSF, CRPF and local police officers is crucial for stability. Additionally, Ashok Kumar visited the Khangabok Rice Research Station and the Relief Center at Thobal to observe the conditions of internally displaced persons. The visit also focused on community development projects with discussions on the tailoring skills and marketing project, a collaboration between the district administration and Boho, Manipur, aimed at supporting the livelihoods of the IDPs. During an inspection by the All Manipur Muslim Students Organization AMSO, it was reportedly found that the Soratera Hobi Government Primary School was without any teachers. According to a release issued by the AMSO, both of the school's teachers have been reassigned to other schools, leaving the institution without staff. Previously, the school had a single teacher responsible for all classes from 1 to 5. However, following this teacher's retirement in December 2023, the school has been left without any educators. The AMSO expressed concern that many children in the area are being deprived of educational opportunities due to the lack of teaching staff. The organization accused the Education Department of attempting to close the school, questioning whether the government is supporting private schools over public institutions. In light of these issues and for the betterment of education in Manipur, the AMSO called on the government to ensure that teachers are sent to the school so that it is fully staffed in time for the 2025-2026 academic session. Well, it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be back with latest news and updates.
Somgi production bu India ki mafam singda yohon bada mating pangliba ONDC network maming lairaba Mayra Foods ki founder na kari hairi.
Government ki initiative amani haibagi ahong mamanda service provide to baki amo oibasida khoi ga kwai chana bam oigani haidana halaga to gibe ina sina bada nungai rabani na mayam su si kana base to bi habse haidane.
ONDC yauduna dongi product India sunvathungna yolasi akupa marol ki damak 7628043003 da contact to.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching IS Primetime English News. The Manipur State Legal Services Authority, Masalsa, organized an interaction program today featuring Justice N. Koteshwar Singh, Judge of the Supreme Court of India, along with a legal awareness program on the sexual harassment of women at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013. The event held at the Masalsa office in Lovefield Park was attended by judges and officials from the High Court of Manipur as well as members from Masalsa DLSA, judicial officers, legal aid defense counsels, panel advocates and the media. Justice N. Koteshwar Singh reviewed the work done by Masalsa and expressed satisfaction with the legal aid services provided to marginalized communities. He urged legal functionaries to continue their efforts in ensuring that legal aid reaches the beneficiaries. He emphasized the importance of raising awareness about laws such as the Sexual Harassment Act, the POCSO Act, and drug-related issues. Justice Koteshwar also highlighted the role of the judiciary in bridging societal divides, noting that the judiciary operates without bias based on caste, creed, or tribe. He further stressed the need for unity in Manipur, calling for proactive efforts from all stakeholders to ensure a harmonious and unified future for the state.
Coming to Manipur always has been a pleasure. Homecoming is always nice, but always with a pang also. All of us know Manipur has gone through such a difficult time for more than a year. And this judicial institution perhaps is one of the very rare institutions where everybody worked without any thought of difference between one community and another community. All of you, especially those who are of a well-entered the system earlier, had occasion to.
The Director of Forest, Environment and Climate Change celebrated the 5th anniversary of its Media Resource Center MRC at Hotel Imphal today. During the event, around 50 climate change media partners from both print and electronic media were felicitated with mementos marking the 4th edition of the ceremony. A short video highlighting the activities of the MRC was also screened. Minister for Forest, Environment and Climate Change, T.H. Biswajit Singh, graced the occasion as the chief guest. In his address, Minister Biswajit highlighted that many of the current climate-related challenges stem from humanity's destruction and disruption of natural ecosystems. He emphasized the need for positive ideas and new approaches to address environmental issues. Biswajit also acknowledged the critical role of the media in raising awareness about climate change and related issues, stating that the media acts as a voice to convey these messages to global forums. He noted that platforms like the MRC help bridge the gap between policymakers, researchers, practitioners and the public, and have provided capacity building for around 50 journalists in Manipur. The department, through the MRC, is currently sponsoring radio plays, programs and other educational initiatives to promote climate change awareness. The minister assured that the government would support individuals who wish to pursue research in this area. Despite the introduction of various government welfare schemes for fish farmers, the community at Tekcham Haikruzam Lerak in Thobal district has reported not receiving any benefits. Many farmers in the area who manage fish farms spanning over 100 pari, a local unit, are facing significant challenges in fish production. In a press briefing held today, fish farmer Kuman Yaima Maibam expressed that the farming community has been struggling for the past 30 years due to the government negligence. He highlighted the poor condition of roads and bridges, which has made the transportation of fish to the market difficult. On behalf of the local fisher community, Maibam appealed to the government to address their concerns and provide the promised welfare schemes and benefits to ease their hardships.
Ajan Biohana Manipur Sarkar and Laudana Koche Kaya Pom Kaya Department in the Fishery Department, the Tajan Gibusu, Massive of the Luningani Kangre, Karamta Asuma Toribra, corruption, Toribra Habisu, acquire the information Zupide, Central Sarkar and the Kaitoka Kaitokana, Hadar Habogi Poti Akoi Medias in the Pangi, Adubunga Sivoga Akoi encounter, Karigumam the Hapopogi Mamitu Tadi, Adan Marie Lenavo, Tradisina Amasum Asuma Toviro, Masi Sarkana Apato Virokoi. Wah ribu mayam sing mati ang kasik toju jangan bidana ang kawan jangan bidana angamba hakta pibiraga khoju kanan biu aduga sing chawgi pigi ba hapa nupa pigi bidu atai kendra singda karsingda karida loina phangai ba loina paukta jai aduga wang tenda kendra sid leiriba pham yam graba sapam deina karida kolibu mayam sing koi ngasibo hapa su phangba leite karaida karina mako maru kanana loisan bi grabno pibirakta banara sijo koi khangjede.
The Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity, COCOMI, has raised significant concerns over the ongoing violence in the state, alleging that chain cookie narco-terrorist groups are being used to wage a proxy war against the Meitei community. In a press release, COCOMI stated that the unrest, which began on May 3rd last year, has escalated, with militants reportedly targeting Meitei villages and obstructing the state's efforts to restore normalcy. The committee highlighted a recent social media post by a commander of the KNFP militant group who allegedly admitted to orchestrating attacks in Kangchup and Lemekong, including bombings and arson targeting Meitei homes and civilians. COCOMI also condemned the murder of Kamal Babu, a civilian contractor working at the 57th Mountain Division's Army camp in Lemekong, and accused Kuki militants operating under suspension of operations agreements of being involved in the crime. The committee demanded immediate action against these militants. Furthermore, COCOMI accused Sioux-affiliated Kuki militants of engaging in widespread violence, including the killing of Meitei civilians, property destruction, and the blockade of the state's two critical lifelines, National Highways 2 and 37. They call for the reimposition of the Armed Forces Special Powers Act in critical areas and the implementation of the National Register of Citizens to identify and deport illegal immigrants. COCOMI urged both the central and state governments to treat the ongoing violence as terrorism rather than an ethnic conflict. The Federation of Civil Society Organizations, Fox Manipur, has expressed deep concern over the prolonged unrest in the state and has called for immediate and coordinated action from both the central and state governments. In a press release, Fox attributed the ongoing violence, which has persisted for 19 months, to alleged illegal immigration from Myanmar. The Chin Kuki Jaw community has been accused of undermining the administration of Manipur and engaging in activities such as poppy cultivation to fund their agendas. Fox emphasized that the conflict threatens the unity of the state and the Meitei community, with concern that it may lead to the formation of a separate nation-state by insurgent groups. The organization also highlighted the severe toll of the violence, citing over 250 reported deaths and more than 60,000 displaced individuals over the past 2 years due to ethnic strife. Fox has urged the central government to take concrete actions to address the situation, stressing the urgent need for peace and stability in the region. According to Fox, Union Home Minister Amit Shah had earlier informed Parliament that the violence in Manipur was partly triggered by demands to include the Meitei community to scheduled tribe list, following a High Court order that exacerbated tensions. However, Shah later adjusted his narrative, linking the ongoing violence to illegal immigration. In an interview with India Today, he described the crisis as an ethnic conflict. Fox has called for a consistent and accurate understanding of the situation to address the crisis effectively. The fifth plenary session of the World Meitei Council WMC under the ideology United Meitei Stands for Tomorrow was held today at Hotel Elegance in Moirang, Oksongbung, Bishnupur district. This session was attended by key figures from the Meitei community, including WMC Vice Chairman of the Central Executive Committee, Hemam Boyai, WMC Manipur Unit President Y. Siam, spokesperson of the United Meitei Council UMC and President of the Assam Unit, Nabakishore Yumnam, Chairman of Salai Kanmalup L. Gopal, WMC Manipur Unit Vice Presidents Khaidem Ratan and P.H. Basanta. A solemn 2-minute silence was observed in honor of the lives lost during the ongoing violence in Manipur as participants paid tribute to the victims. In his address, UMC spokesperson and president of the Assam unit, Nabakishore Yumnam, emphasized the need for unity among the Meitei community worldwide. He stressed that no one can predict the uncertain future, highlighting the importance of collective strength and solidarity to overcome challenges ahead.
Ngasi fifth plenary session da akhoi thumleba theme asi akhoi Meitei khunai asigi akhoi gi tungi phibam asi karamaina masibu kansigi haibagi khatha galoga gomina ba lamna masigi Manipur natraga Manipuri wang madaleba topa Meitei na taba jasing khairing singbo akhoi na connect ozabani.
Before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top news headlines once again. Home Minister Amit Shah during Northeastern Council plenary session reaffirms commitment to eradicate drug abuse and accelerate Northeast development. Opposition ready to educate the government on constitutional provisions, says Okrami Bobby, as he calls for initial winter session of Manipur Assembly before year-end. Delay in ADC elections leads to 500 crore rupees fundament for Hills Development Freeze. MPCC Chief Megachandra calls it violation of constitutional rights. And Soratera Hogi School allegedly found operating without teachers. AMSO urges action to ensure staffing for upcoming academic session. Well, that's all for now. Keep watching ICE News and good night.